everyone, Mary Pat here, and today I'm making a lawn fawn layout, and I'm using this Hello Sunshine paper and the Instagram stamp set. And so I've got the 12 by 12 and the 6 by 6, and I'm entering this layout into a challenge for watercolor for them. So I'm going to start off with my white cardstock, and then I've got this awesome piece of paper with the clouds, and I'm going to kind of put that, angle it a little bit, and put that right at the top and kind of have that point coming down. And then once I glued it down, I ran it through my sewing machine so it kind of has a stitching on it. So now here comes the watercolors, and I just have a very basic set of watercolors with that. And you can even see that I'm using my kids' little brush with that. And I'm starting off with some orange and yellow, kind of like the peaks of the sun are coming behind the clouds there with that. So I'm putting that, and then putting just a nice big layer of the yellow-orange mixture down there. Now I'm going to add just some blue and put that down and just kind of randomly put it down. I like the kind of random look and not so perfect on that. So I'm working that pretty blue in, mixing it with the yellow, getting a little bit of green, and putting that there. And just bringing it down. So I think that looks really good, and I'm going to have to set that off to the side, and I'm going to let this dry so that then I'm going to be working on other aspects of the layout. So the next aspect I'm going to be doing is doing some of the stamping, and I'm going to use the little Instagram stamp there, and I'm going to be using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink and stamp that, and that looks good. And then I like the little Twitter bird that's there, and I'm going to be stamping that. I'm going to then let that ink set, and then I'm going to be using the die, and I die cut my photo of my sons at Kings Island, and I'm going to use this beautiful green and cut the frame with that. And so I cut the frame and stamped it. And so I'm going to be stamping that so it just has a nice little edge on there. And I'm using my Fisker's press so that I can line it up as good as I can on that, and that looks good. So then I'm going to glue that down on top of my photo so it has a little frame on that. So now that my ink is dry, I'm going to go in with my TB2 and color the little bird with that, and now I'm going to add some shading with my TB3, and these are the Spectrum Noir markers that I use, and just kind of going to the end and just adding a little bit of the darker color on the outline of the bird. And now I'm going back with my lighter color, my TB2, and just kind of blending that in so that you don't have a really harsh line with that, and that looks good. So now going over to my little Instagram, I've got DR3 and coloring the heart, and then going in with, what is that, IG3 and coloring in. Now I'm going in with TB4 and coloring in the lines. I'm not doing a whole bunch of shading on this because the image is so small with that. I used OR1. Now I'm using EB1 to color the camera, and now EB2, and just because this part is just a little bit bigger, I'm adding a little bit of shading in there. Again, not much, it's such a small little area with that. Now I'm going to cut those out, and there they are, and so those look great. Now I really like this journaling card, Oh Happy Day, and I'm going to cut that out. And I'm not going to be using it as a journaling card. I'm going to actually be tucking it behind, and that's going to be my title of the layout. And so lining it up, So the next thing I want to be doing is I really love this paper and I really want a lot of layers behind my photo. So I'm going to kind of be flipping back and forth between my 6x6 pad and then the full 12x12 sheets with that. So the nice thing about a 6x6 pad is that the designs are just a little bit smaller with that. So I'm going to be layering the orange. Snoopy is in orange and my son's in green, and so that looks really cute. And then just kind of flipping through, deciding what to go with, and I ended up liking, it's kind of hard to see on there, there's little rainbows on this pattern, and cutting that down. So that's about a 3.5, that's about a 4x4 inch square that I'm layering that down there. And next I'm going to be using, I love this bright yellow, and I love those hearts on there. So this one is going to be kind of a little bit longer of a piece. And again, I'm not very exact. You can see that I'm just kind of moving things around and seeing how they go and everything. So I like that, but then I just noticed I'm like, it's too big for what I'm looking for, and I need another little bit in there. So I think I'm going to add this wonderful blue that has kind of like diagonal stripes, and I just kind of want it to be a little bit going down. So I'm just kind of marking with a pencil where it's going to go, and I'm going to trim this up. And this is going to be, as you can see, I'm like, I like that. And so it's just peeks through on the left and the right. So I like everything. And then I decided, you know what, I want one more, and I'm kind of putting it behind some of the paper there. Again, this is all hit or miss. I'm just kind of playing around, seeing how things work. And I like the stripes there behind that and everything. So again, I'm just kind of playing around, seeing what looks good, and cutting as I go. So that was the strip off of the cloud paper, and I'm going to use that as a bottom border, I decided. And again, just kind of moving things around. I've glued everything, just kind of moving it around, seeing where I like it, and I think I like it there, and that looks pretty good. And you can see the journaling cards out as that. So that looks pretty good. Now I want to kind of add my embellishments, and I like the little Twitter bird and the little Instagram. And I also have the flare for this collection, and I like the smile with the photo, and that looks good. And I want to add some stamping, and I just love the awesome, friends, love, and then that hashtag on there. And so the great thing about the clear stamps is that you can kind of just plan where you want them. And so I'm going to put hashtag awesome on there because we were having such an awesome day, and then hashtag love because I love my boys, and that was going really well. And then I'm going to be using this chili powder by Jelly Bean or Jenny Bolin, and in the set came these little these little hearts, and I'm just going to randomly put some hearts around there and everything. I also have the sequins for this collection, and I'm using my glossy accents, and I'm just again randomly putting them on there, and just kind of adding a little bit of bling to the layout. I don't have a set system of where I put it, just wherever I think it looks good. So I just need to glue down the bottom strip, and then I'm going to add a little bit of journaling going across there, and then that completes my layout. So I'm going to enter this into the Lawn Fawn Watercolor Challenge. I hope you liked the layout, and thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.